Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're on triathlete.com, and we're actually at the Albatross restaurant, and we're here for the Challenge Laguna Phuket, which is coming up this Sunday, December 1st. Our next guest, a up-and-coming young pro from Germany, Mr. Till Schramm. And Till, it's
Hi.
a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, pleasure to meet you. I always joining your show via web stream, and so it was a dream of mine to stay right next to you once and be interviewed.
Wow.
So
That's so nice of you. I
yeah,
appreciate
Jürgen, my former coach,
Yes.
Zacatec, he told me many good things about you, and so that was one goal to get here as a pro, to have a chat with you.
So who is that on your arm?
This is my father. So it was like my parents got divorced when I was 10. So I struggled for some years, and so it was all like, I think it was about fixing him, don't to miss him or whatever.
Yes.
I wouldn't do it now, but I mean I'm fine with it. It's part of my story and my
Right.
history. So
And how old were you when you did that?
pretty young, like I'm 28 now, probably 20 or something.
20 years old.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do it again, but I would not laser the tattoos or something. It's
Right.
just part of my maturing, you know.
So what were you, you were mountain bike, a
Yeah.
mountain bike guy, and from what age? When did you get into mountain biking?
I started pretty early. So my first bike, my uncle gave me for Christmas. So
Yeah.
I started with cycling with 2.5 years. So pretty young.
2.5 years?
Yeah. So I'm better cyclist. I have more cycling skills than walking. You know, it's pretty much so.
Well, this is a good course for that. This is
Yeah.
a tough course and a lot of very
Yeah,
technical.
it's nice. So then I started racing with 12, and I did like just mountain biking until the age of like 19, and
Yes.
then I started with running, and I went quicker pretty fast. So. And then in winter times, I signed up for swim club, but I was much too worse for the swimming team. So they said, "Hey, go to the triathletes. It's fine."
Go swim with the triathletes. You're not good enough to swim with the
Yeah,
swimmers.
I mean those nice weekend warriors. They were not too fast, so I was fine with this.
You
And
were
then
fine with that.
so then they just signed me up for my first triathlon, and then
Yeah.
I won the juniors, and I thought, okay, maybe another challenge. The mountain bike courses went tougher and tougher, and sometimes it was at the point where we all riders were kind of afraid of some downhills,
Yeah.
which were like too extreme. I'm chatting with them many times still,
Yeah.
so it's the same. So it was not fun at all. So
It's almost like they're developing that, or they're building a course for TV, and they know there's some areas that people are going to crash.
yeah,
And
that's
did you get that impression?
Yeah, the jumps. I did cross country racing on a national level, but I was pretty good in downhill and biker cross, and
Yes.
the jumps just went bigger and bigger and bigger. And if there is a point where every weekend, either in training or in a seeding run or whatever, you just crash and you come home and have bruises, and something is not in the range anymore. So it was no fun for me at all.
And your first triathlon?
My first triathlon went pretty good. So, but I mean, it was not a strong competitor field at
Right.
all. So I was a little bit, I already thought, okay, yeah, now
I
now
can
you
dominate this sport.
No, definitely. And then I went into the normal German junior scene, and it was kind of put me down to reality.
You found out.
Yeah.
with
So.
it. And when did you decide to go pro? And when you were racing early on, was there one race that made you decide that, okay, I can race with some of these guys, I can potentially go pro?
Yeah, Faris really did a lot.
Faris Al Sultan.
Yeah. He really did me some great favors, and he took me with him for training camp and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
And so I went with him to Emirates right after
Yes.
his Hawaii victory for like 6 weeks. And
Oh, so after he won in
yeah,
05?
in 05,
Yeah.
exactly. So and then the spring after in 2006. It was a pretty rainy day, and many guys dropped. But anyway, I became world champion in duathlon under 23 on the long course.
Yeah.
So don't remember. Yeah, I think Yori dropped this day, and I had a great day. So and after this, I thought, okay, so maybe there is a higher level you
Right.
can reach. But then it took me really some years. I was clubbing too much and stuff, and so
Really?
yeah, it was not like a professional lifestyle. And since my wife became pregnant first time, since this
Yeah.
day I know it was just like a switch in my head, and I know, okay, so you have the ability to earn money with what you like, so don't waste it. So this is from this day on I focus. So I haven't drink one glass of alcohol since like 2 years. And
Really?
I'm really focusing now, and it's going up and up.
So after you guys had your first child,
Yeah,
you got how much better?
pretty much better.
Like 20% better.
Yeah, the thing is, the most important is my head is better since then. So
Yeah.
I think back in the days when Jürgen was my coach,
Jürgen Zach.
he often told me, yeah, you have the ability to do 8:15 or 8:20, but 8:20. But at the end, it was always the engine was fine, but the brain was
The brain was-
much too tiny for the big engine. So, and I switched this a little bit. So I know how to get the most out of sometimes.
A really tiny brain?
Yeah, really tiny brain. Yeah, that's it. No, I think I have
So
the
about the big
ability.
engine.
I have the ability now to get out of 70% engine,
Yes.
100% power. So if I have 100% engine, then I'm fine, and then I'm able to win races.
There's a lot of percentages going down. Now, you mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
that-
definitely.
You mentioned
You're
earlier.
gonna be
that-
on 200%.
200%.
Yeah.
Well, but you mentioned that you got 20% better when you had your first child. In 2 weeks, you guys are having your second child.
Yeah,
So you'll get another 20%.
Yeah, I'm aiming for 10 other child.
10
so-
more children,
Yeah,
so that
10
you
more
can be like
children.
120, 130%
Yeah, so I'm gonna
better.
average 200K per hour.
So you'll
on
do
the
like
bike.
5 hours in Ironman or yeah.
4.5.
Four and a
maybe.
half hours.
It's like, yeah, maybe I have a stop for coffee or
Yeah.
something. Or doing some backstroke or whatever.
So when you were working with Jürgen Zach as your coach, and this is a guy who knows how to party a little
Yeah.
bit too, what did he do to help you out as a coach?
He did a great job. He actually figured out what are my strengths. So
Yes.
I have a pretty good ground speed as he had when he was young
Yes.
as well. So we pretty much worked on the strengths which now give me the chance to add the endurance, and
Right.
which brings me to a good level. So he's basically. He's one of my best friends, and he was not just a coach for me. He was in a pretty important time of my life. He was a pretty good guidance for me sometimes. So he's a really good guy.
And he still coaches you now.
It's kind of
More friendship now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm living in Germany and he's in Thailand. Back
Yes.
when he was in Germany, me, Markus Fachbach, Jens Kaiser, we had like 3 or 4 times per week training with him.
Yes.
He even came with his car for cycling. So this was really the best coaching you can imagine. But if you have these online
hard.
based plans, sometimes it's hard if you are a professional. And so now I know what's good for me, and sometimes I have a chat with Jürgen. Just ask him, what's his opinion, and I have a really good scientist back in Germany who sometimes give me some programs.
So you've done your best performances, iron distance events. You've had 3 second place finishes.
Yeah.
And then at 70.3 or half distance, you've had 3 second places there too.
Yeah, and one victory.
One.
So-
Which win? What was your win?
It's probably one of the oldest distances in races in Europe. It's a small one, Hückeswagen. I mean, they have like 1,000 competitors,
Yeah.
but they don't do any marketing. But it's beside Nizza. It's the second oldest triathlon at all.
Wow.
Pretty hilly and tough course. I have the course record there now, and there were many guys like Jürgen and as well. Yeah.
So what are your goals here?
I didn't had any goals when I came here. I was pretty jet lagged at the beginning. You know,
Yes.
I came here from the German winter and right from the season break. So, yeah, I lost now nearly 3 kilogram, I think. So
Since you've been here.
yeah, so at the beginning my goal was to finishing, but yeah, I'm getting into the mode right now. So
I was gonna say, because you got to think about it. McCormick's been sick, and really, he's got a training camp going on, so I don't know how focused he
I
is.
know.
I think Pete Jacobs' bike was still in the bag from Kona
Yeah.
when he got here. So this field's pretty wide open.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if I put a too high goal, which I communicate, I get judged by this. So
Nobody's watching. You can say you're going to win.
I know,
That's
I
okay.
know.
Yeah.
No, but I always like to go fast as I can. But
Yes.
yeah, I try to show my running ability, which is.
Now, do you feel at this point, because your background is cycling, are you a better cyclist or better runner? Or are both of them pretty even?
Yeah, both are pretty even, but this year I think with doing 4:19 on an iron distance, it was the first year I could handle the long time trialing.
Yeah.
Back in the junior cycling, it was always like 30K, and you have a massive drop of the handlebar to saddle,
Yes.
and you are after 30K, you need a physio taking you off the bike. So this is different, and I always I think I'm fine now, and I think I can. I have some benefits with the technical stuff here.
But the fact that you've got that mountain biking background, and this is a very technical course, especially if it's wet out there, that's got to give you an advantage.
Yeah, I think so. But you need to push it hard anyway.
Yes,
so
yes.
they are like 3K technical at all, and you
Yes.
have like 87 of pushing down the pedal.
Exactly.
So it's not.
Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
Till, so nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Congratulations
a pleasure.
on everything you've done and the fact that you're going to be a dad in a couple weeks.
That's important. for
Yeah,
me.
it's
More
important because that's
than-
another 20%. Every time you have a kid, that's another 20%.
So maybe they shift the race to
Yeah,
end of
just
December.
have kids, man. You keep
Yeah.
having kids, you're going to go faster.
You're doing.
You're going to tell
kids
your
as well.
No, I don't have any kids. That's why I'm slow.
Yeah, but yeah,
if I
you-
had kids, I'd be fast. But
yeah,
I'm pathetic.
but then get 10.
I'll just take.
Racing
Why you
Pro
have 10?
next
I'll
year.
take 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but then you can have the interviews right off the bike, like
With your kid.
Like, oh, Michael Raylett, how are you feeling? Oh no, I'm gonna go forward to Pete. See you later. We'll be fine.
Till Schramm has been our guest.
Pleasure.
Hopefully, you're going to go
Pleasure.
out there and have a great race on Sunday.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I love that. Again, this is Breakfast with Bob. We're at the Albatross Restaurant, and we're here for the Challenge Laguna Phuket. Hold on, everyone. We'll be right back.